That's fine. Okay, so this week, obviously, yay, everybody's on. We just got back from conference. Hi, Melissa.
I figured it out. Sorry, go on.
Good.
Okay, you guys, someplace there's a camera thing I'm supposed to let access. Where is it? There it is.
Fly away, my child. Go away from me. Okay. Whew, too many questions firing at me. So this week we are going to recap conference. I hope everybody had a blast, and we want to share our biggest takeaways this week. And then for homework, we're still gonna build on what we did last week, right, Melissa?
Yeah.
So working on stepping outside of your comfort zone still, if you didn't get a chance to find somebody new, hand out whatever, mini catalog or whatever it may be to take a selfie with somebody. So we'll continue with that, and we're gonna continue with, I forget how many people I said. Was it 3 over this past weekend? 3. Okay, so maybe I see Kathy. I can see your face, but you're like on there twice.
Oh!
Yay! We got everybody. That's awesome. Now, I don't know why, Kathy. I see 2 of you. I see you and a blanked one, but that's okay. We'll go with it.
I'm like double McGum, man. I'm double the pleasure.
There you go.
New team member, guys.
There it went away. We're good now. Oh, this is fun. We get to see everybody. Okay, so who wants to start with their biggest takeaway from conference?
I need help with technology.
Oh.
You know.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm going to have to call somebody out. I'll just start at the top of my screen. Allison, you're up.
Oh, thanks for putting me on the spot there. I think as always when I do anything in a group with 31, I'm always re-motivated.
Where? Everybody froze. Holy moly. Hold on. That is so weird. Everybody froze on my end. Every single person. I didn't hear one word you said. And you did it again.
Oh,
I'm still seeing everyone.
Why fix what's not broke? Let's sit back down where I was. Does anybody hear me?
So.
Sherry Williams.
Yep.
Yay! It just popped. Okay.
What just happened?
Back. Jesse, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Melissa, there you go. You're not the
Allison.
Hey, Jesse, last time you froze like 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
No clue. So, Allison, did you share?
I halfway did, and then I stopped when everyone froze.
Okay.
So I think my biggest takeaway was with the women they had on stage talking about having a full-time job and still being very successful with what they're doing. And it kind of made me, I definitely need to grow my funnel more, have more people at the top. It's one of my biggest things. And I know it's possible, even though my goal is director, and I'm kind of afraid to reach that. So I feel like I've kind of let myself not step back, but kind of let my business happen instead of making it happen, if that makes sense. So I just like to take more charge of that myself and be more accountable every, so many months or every season with really attainable goals for myself.
I like that. I love that actually.
Me too.
I think that's a great thing to realize, I think, like to acknowledge or you know what I'm saying? Like I think that might put you over to that next step then.
It was
and
hard
that
for me
way-
to realize. Like when I looked
Yeah.
at it, I was like, wow, I've been really, at first when I started, I was treating it like a part-time job. And then I stepped back to being like a hobby. And I'd like to get back to where I was.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Melissa, are you playing baseball?
Sorry, can you guys hear that? My niece and nephew are showing pigs tonight, so I'm up at the fair.
Oh, fun!
I will mute.
I love it. Okay, so on my screen, I'm going to keep going and say, Kelly, can you share what your takeaway was, your biggest takeaway was, and then we'll, do that first.
I don't know. Everything was so good. I guess I'm gonna say my biggest takeaway was probably the storytelling part, because I've always kind of had issues with my why. I knew why I did it, but just putting it into words without word vomiting everywhere was always hard. And for some reason it clicked when Kendra was talking about how, like, I don't know, I just got this instant flash of like when I actually decided to sign up, and I was like, oh wow, there's really a lot more to my story than what I thought, and how I actually got started, instead of just, oh, I wanted to sell so I could make some money for my kids and things. So I worked on rewriting my story and how I got started since we've been home.
I'm unmuting you, Melissa, sorry. There's just a lot of background noise there, so I
I
muted
forgot. I just said, sweet.
you. I think it's great, Kelly, that you realize that, and I can relate to that as well, because I always felt like I didn't have a good enough why to share, because I was kind of so I totally get that, and I'll get to that whenever I share my stuff too. So on my screen, next up would be Katie. So Katie, can you share?
Mine is kind of about the storytelling too, and what Kendra had said. The one thing that I wrote down, because I have my notes in front of me, was she said we get caught up in the to-do list and forget about the for who list. Because a lot of times, we all have these to-do lists, and we're like robots. We just do it, and we forget why. And it actually goes back to your why too, like why and for who are we doing these things for? So that's kind of what I took from that. She was just amazing altogether. I like her.
Katie, can you repeat that about the to-do list thing?
So Kendra had said we get caught up in this and forget about the list. And so in everyday life, everybody has their to-do list, things that they need to do, and then so we become robots and we just do it, and we forget why we're doing it and for who we're doing it for. So like your why is kind of like mixed up in that. And then she also, I have the question, so with that, you need to ask yourself, why am I here? Where do I want to go from here? And what's next? So that's what my, I guess, aha moment was too. So.
Thank you. I'm listening to alphabet songs in the background, and she's yelling in my ear. So, okay, so next up, and I was gonna say, yes, I agree with that. Katie, as well. I think there's so many things that we can take off of each other's notes and stuff too that we might have even missed or didn't have that quick connection like that. So I think it's great that we all have these different things to share. So I love it. So, okay, Kathy, you're up next.
Hi. So, like, I took 25 pages of notes, and there are so many things that I want to absorb from all that. I keep going back and looking at them. But I think one of the biggest things was to reevaluate my why too. And what Scott said about to work your business, you have to work your business for your business to work. But I want to be smarter about how I do it instead of trying to work so hard, like find efficiencies in the way to do things with the tools that we have.
Sorry, I was taking notes as you were writing, so I was like writing down what you were saying. So I love that. Work smarter, not harder, right? So that's
Yeah,
what you want to do. Okay.
right. Learn more about how to use the technology to my benefit.
Yeah, and I think that I always have room for improvement on that as well. Melissa's a little younger than me for sure. So she might have more knowledge of that to help. So Melissa, you can help Kathy with that. Or just reach out to somebody younger and say, how do you do this type of thing? I don't know. I almost have my 12-year-old daughter showing me how to do Snapchat stuff. So it seems like Snapchat is like that age that you can reach to people, you know.
Yep. I'm pretty sure you guys
do it, but
I'm pretty sure you guys are all younger than me, so just saying.
That's okay. But we've all, we all have our smartphones and stuff, and we all know what we know. So there's always room for that improvement on all of us. How else can I expand my way of contacting people type of thing. So I agree with that also.
Well, and the other thing that really was like, I liked Michelle with the face your fears thing. And like Allison said, she kind of took a step back because she wasn't sure how to go where she wanted to go. And I kind of think the same way for me too. So make myself step up that way and do some things I'm uncomfortable with.
Right. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Accountability partner.
I know, right?
So
we have a picture together.
I hope you all are connecting and stuff. I love it. I hope you guys are. So there's the whole point of it, right? Keep each other going. Okay, Melissa, I guess it's you and I now. So do you want to go first? She's muted, but hold on. You want to go first, Melissa?
Yeah, I can go first. Thank goodness I just found this outlet by the vending machine because my phone went from 2% to 2% real quick. And they just started again. Dude, now it's down to 1%. So I'll try to hurry. I had so many things that it's hard to pick just one. There were a lot of things at Director Day, and then there were a lot of things like during Kendra's story and during Michelle's story. So there's all kinds of stuff that I like took all my notes and I started going through and highlighting. One of the things I really liked is when somebody said, if you set a goal without a plan, it's not a goal, it's a wish. So we can set goals all day, like say, I want to be a director, or I want to have a $15,000 PV ribbon, whatever the goal is. You can say that that's your goal, but if you don't plan out the steps and then actively follow that plan, then you're just wishing for it because you're not really doing anything about it. So I loved that. That was maybe like my top takeaway, just because I feel like I don't feel like I do a lot of wishing, but I still do. Like, one of my goals every year is LIT, and I've gotten 5 free trips from 31. So some of the goals I do plan out and go after, but there's other things that I don't. And I feel like that's also something I can share with my team as well. So I really liked that one.
I know I kind of have to agree with you, Melissa. There's a lot of stuff that we could totally just like blah, but you don't want to like what did somebody say 31 just bomb it all over the place. So my biggest aha, it wasn't even at conference, it was on the way to the home office tour with a gal that I met at a lunch, and she had this amazing story about her daughter who is mentally behavioral issues, and she has a physical issue as well. So she's a need. I don't want to call her handicapped, but maybe she is. She's only 4.
Special needs.
She has, huh?
Special needs.
Special needs, yeah, whatever. It's not autism. She had a name for it. She told me this whole story about her, and it just like tugged at my heart. It gave me goosebumps, all of it. And I'm like, and she goes, okay, tell me about you. And I'm like I don't, like, it was like then when I was like, I don't feel like I have a good enough story to tell. And I said I basically joined, I mean, looking back at it, I was pretty much a kidnapper. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. I didn't, we're fine. I have healthy children. Like, I even said that to her. I'm like, I don't have, I said, I kind of want to go to the ocean with my kids because I've never brought them. She's like, right there. And she like yelled at me, and she's like, go to the damn ocean is basically what she told me. She's like, that's your story. And I'm like, but I'm like, And so I struggle with that because my story has always been, you know, I joined for the discount, basically. I was a kidnapper. I didn't expect to be here where I'm at, you know. So I personally took that storytelling thing, especially when she said that to me. It was almost like a smack in the head. Like, I need to work on that myself. So the story, and I don't, it's almost like I can make up a story. Like, I was like going through it, and I'm like, that's all dumb. Like, I'm making this up. So I really have to think about it. And I guess my story can be a short story for now. Like, you're a short why, you know, it could be my whole story for now. And, you know, so that one was the biggest thing. That one, when it hit me in the head. And then that fearless as well, the 100-day challenge, I guess you could say. Mine is, I have to question, I think I need to start with my faith. So I think I'm going to go like towards a gratitude journal type of thing, or reading something from Jesus Calling book every morning and just start working on that, because I tend to put that on the back burner big time a lot. So those are my 2 like smacks in the head, basically. So that's
That reminded me of something. I think it was said at Director Day, though, and I don't remember who said it, but maybe it was the one who said she was doing the gratitude journal. But she was intentional about waking up each morning and reading her Bible and doing her devotion, because she didn't want to get to heaven and God say, really, Facebook? Because she would get up every morning and she would get her phone and she would get on Facebook, and that's the first thing that she did every morning, and like the last thing she did before she went to bed.
I will admit to that as well. So, and I think that kind of went back to that also for me too. So, does anybody else want to share anything else other than the top whatevers that you want to point out or bring? Maybe we missed it ourselves, or, you know, what else is there anything else we wanted to share?
I was gonna say also about the how she said the to-do list. Was that you,
Katie?
Yes.
How she was talking about the to-do list, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so me, because if you look at my planner, it's like I have a color for every job that I have. Like every job has a different color and family has a color, and like everything's written in my planner, and I wake up and I'm like, I got to get this and this and this done. And especially for 31, sometimes I can just like, I want to get it crossed off my list so bad that I can miss out on actually building the relationship, which then made me think of the impact over the image
Yes.
that Cindy and Scott talked about. So making a bigger impact than worrying about your image. I really liked that.
Image is what people see. Impact is what people feel. It's all about the relationships.
Yes.
Hmm?
Oh, and then when they were talking about the gig economy, and who talked about that? Was that Scott?
Oh,
It was that really cheerful one.
Tandy,
Yes.
Condi.
sorry.
Okay, yeah. So the gig economy and how I think it was Uber, how like Uber people weren't going to go into Starbucks and be like, oh my gosh, and like be
Like
so
Uber.
excited to see other Uber people, and that we have the ultimate gig economy opportunity that we should be sharing.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree with that. So why are we not sharing that feeling that we have when we see each other at conference with other people? I guess it could be a little creepy at first when you just go up and be like, take my 31 catalog, you know. That would be a little
Yeah, when Katie thought I was a psycho.
So, but it at the parties and stuff like that, how can you let them feel that in those situations, you know, when you are connecting with them? So building that relationship obviously is make all the feels, you know, and not just right?
Yeah, and like anything else in our life that we get that excited about, and the first thing that pops into my head would be like more for selling. But if like say you go to Kohl's, and like I went to Kohl's and got my hot pink blazer for $6, and I was super excited that I got this awesome deal, and so like I'm gonna tell my friends about it because it was a great deal. So why don't we do the same thing with 31, whether it's a special or hosting a party or joining? Like any other thing we get super excited about, we want to share with others. But then it comes to 31 and we're like, well, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to make them uncomfortable. No, just share with them.
Yep, I agree with that one.
Well, and if you do it in the right way, like not salesy, but you're sharing because you're truly excited about it, it comes off across better than just like if you're writing a script. You know what I mean?
Right. Definitely.
I agree with that. So, Melissa, I didn't really talk to you about like for homework this week, and we're supposed to still work on that comfort zone thing and to expand, like go outside that comfort zone, start sharing things with this excitement that we do have, especially. But I talked to my girls that I went to conference with. I had 3 of them there, and I told them I wanted them to go home and I want them to write down everything they want to do with their business this year that you took from conference, whether you want to implement it and whether it's tomorrow or in 6 months, and then prioritize that and take that number one thing and let's make a plan. Let's make this one-on-one call and make a plan with you to try to reach your goals for 2020. I feel like it's a good thing to do it sooner than later. And I've only told one. I don't remember who I might have told 2 girls this morning, but after the CNC meetings maybe is when they can like, okay.
Marco Polo this morning. You.
After the CNC meetings, I was thinking to start that one-on-one conversation with my girls. So I'm just going to tell you that that's what I'm doing. If I say brain dump everything, prioritize it, and then let's put a plan in motion. Like you said, without a plan, or if you set a goal without a plan, it's only a wish. So let's make these goals happen by doing that. So I want you Kathy and Kelly. I'm like making Melissa do homework. Get with Melissa and do this one-on-one, and then you girls that are partners maybe even share everything that you are trying to do, and then you guys can be your accountability partner that way as well, because you guys know that Melissa and I are both we're here for you girls that are on our teams, but having that cross connection with other people, and you could share ideas, bounce ideas off, and keep people going. That's kind of what I'm planning on doing, and I feel like it's a good thing to do, and I personally want to do it, so I really wanted to, and maybe you and I, Melissa, could do that as well. So that's just
Yeah.
what I wanted to share there also. So, I mean, like I said, Melissa, I could definitely share a lot more that I took out of it.
Yeah. We could be here all night.
Oh my gosh. The one thing Scott did say is that, or when after they announced that outlet sale and everybody was like, oh my gosh, what did he say about how, or maybe it was Cindy, about how having that, I took it as I need to get rid of my inventory. What did they say about that? They said something about how, well, obviously you don't spend more than you make, you know, you don't need this product. You make money on the sale. Make money on the sale. Don't spend the money on the sale, I think is what they said, how they said it. Something like that. And that was kind of a smack in the head too. I need to get rid of my inventory because literally it's sitting in my basement, not making me money. So if you guys are starting to build up your inventory and stuff, start getting rid of it.
He was the one that was talking about that, and like, yes, it's great to have like the outlet sales or whatnot, but really we need to be selling the stuff at full price.
Right.
Discount. 'Cause you make more money on the full price than discounting it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anything, I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. That was the only other thing that I was like, oh, I need to do that. Get rid of inventory. I have it on my list. So, anything else? I feel like, oh, it is right in the nose, 8 o'clock. Look at that. 30 minutes. We did good. Does anybody else want to share anything else that they took away from conference? And is anybody else like super tired right now? Because you all look like, yeah.
I've been talking all day.
Well, I
I've
had
done.
water in my basement this morning because we had about 3.5 inches.
No.
This morning my road was flooded and everything. So that's sad. So my whole entire basement is tore up right now because it's carpeted. We're trying to air that out. Oh, and I wanted to share you an idea with the outlet sale thing real quick. Because I did this. I reached out to my VIPs and my past hostesses and told them about the outlet sale coming. And I said, did you want your own personal shopping link? And I have about 8 people that said yes. So even if they hit $100 for each, hello, how much more PV is that? And then I'm gonna have them share that link with their friends, and then if they get to 200, it's a party. So do that, girls.
Yeah.
Get your PV up.
I've got 2 so far that want a
I just
shopping
sent
link.
them.
Awesome. Good job, Kathy. Oh, and what about the pink ticket? What are we gonna do with that? Does anybody get rid of theirs yet?
Yes.
Gone. Mine and Kelly's are gone.
Oh my god. Anybody else? I don't have it yet. I'm working on it. I know. So maybe one of these shopping links will become one. So
Yeah.
you never know. I'm working on it. Okay, are we good? Is that all we have?
Before we go, I will say that a couple times at conference, Kathy looked at me and was like, did you guys plan this, launching leadership? Like we were talking about stepping outside your comfort zone and all this stuff. So I wanted to be like, yes, Jesse and I wrote 31 and said, this is what we are doing. And they were like, that is so good. That's what we're going to do at conference.
Yes.
The same thing to Jesse. I was like, this is hitting together so well.
Yep.
All coming together.
No, we had no idea. Sorry, Melissa.
Yeah.
But there was a reason for it all, right? So it's all coming together. I mean, there's a reason for it all.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else, Melissa?
Nope. I don't think so.
Okay. I think that's all I have as well. I mean, I have pages and pages of pages as well, but you know.
Yeah. And if you guys think of things you want to share, just jump on the page and go live to us and just share your thoughts about it.
I think
And
that's a
you
great
can
idea.
watch some of it too if you need to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The conference,
Yes.
the live
Mhm.
stream. Yeah. Cool.
Recording. Yeah.
You know what I was going to say instead of all that mushy stuff with the sharing of the story thing? I was going to say my aha moment was the Canadian song.
Real song. With you all.
I mean,
That
they
was
did
one
do
of
a
my-
great job.
That was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
It's actually been in my head a couple times since that day. Like, we have stronger beer.
Yeah, I have to show that one to Dusty. Yep, that one was good for sure. So, all right, lady. Well, give me a minute to get this uploaded as well, and then Melissa, will you post the homework and stuff? Because apparently I don't know how to do all that stuff. So I do.
Yeah.
I think our homework should be working the outlet sale.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Just said shopping link, so yeah.
Given.
Outlet
this?
sale
Increase your
ticket.
PV by $500 this month. Look at Allison's eye. Stretching yourself out. I'm stretching out your comfort zone, right? Okay. Get rid of your pink ticket if you haven't already. We all need to. I'm in that boat as well. And increase it by $500. That's not that bad.
And then write down your true goals coming home from conference.
Yeah.
Not your wishes, but your goals with the plan.
Your goals with the plan. Yep. Yep. Okay. We're good then. I think we're
All
good.
right.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good evening.